Customizing a Pong game using Scratch and Paint.net. Last class you took pictures of yourself and merged them onto another photo. So perhaps you had a picture with your face and you used the rectangle tool, selecting it, going to edit copy, going to another picture and saying edit paste in a new layer. You can adjust this however you like so you have a school appropriate character to use. Please, when you're saving, make sure you say File and Save As. Choose your Z drive. I'm saving everything to this year's folder, and I made a Paint.net folder. I'm also making sure that I save it as a PNG file type, so that way the checkerboard background stays with me. The next thing that you're going to do is open up a program called Scratch. So if you go to All Programs, it should be already installed into your computer, and it has a cat when it first opens up. It's a really neat animation program where you have directions basically here, different controls that you can use. So all of these things will be brought into your script, which is basically directions for your characters. Your characters are called sprites. If you go to File and Open, there's actually example programs already loaded onto the computer. So that's why we're going to start off using the program on the desktop. There's also a web-based program that you can use later. So if you go under File and Open and go under Examples, please click on Games and then click on Pong. Right now, the way that it's set up is if you hit the green button, this blue ball will fall slowly and you're in control of the paddle. So when you hit the ball, it bounces back up, and when it hits the red, it should stop the game. And you can see those directions here for the ball. The directions are different for the paddle because it's a different character, different sprite, so this one is just following your mouse. The stage is where all that stuff happens, so it's your background. If you click on the ball, you can actually customize the ball and you can import your own characters. So you'll want to go to Computer and your Z drive and find the folder that you save things to. So I save things to my Paint.net and Scratch folder in my Z drive, so I'm just waiting for my thumbnails to upload. So if I wanted to bring me in as the ball, I'm very large, right? This will not work. So there's options to shrink your sprite or grow it. So I'm just going to click on shrink, click on my sprite, and have it the size that I would like, which is a lot smaller than this. So now all of the controls still work for the ball. So it just looks different. It looks like me this time. So you'll go through and you'll actually customize what your ball looks like and what your paddle looks like. You can actually use Paint.net, starting a new drawing, to make a different background if you'd like. If you're not artistically inclined, you don't even have to worry about it because you can just use your paintbrush and kind of splash different colors on there any way you like. Doesn't really matter. I'm not artistically inclined. But if you go under Effects, you can start to play around with these type of things. So a lot of people have a lot of fun making different images that they could use for their backgrounds. So you can go through and just play around, see what kind of looks cool to you. Save this, and then you can import it in Scratch. So then if I'm in Scratch, I can go to my stage, and I can go to import, go to my computer, and find whatever I was looking for. They have ones in here already, but say that I don't know, say that you decided to use something that was already in here, like perhaps I'm bouncing around in a pool. That sounds like fun. This game actually would never stop because the way that the script is written, it's saying when it touches a red line. So you might have to draw that line in to your background to make it actually work. So I'm just going to pick red, and I'll just put a red line at the bottom. This could be whatever color you wanted it to be, as long as you change your script. So now when I play the controls, it'll stop. If I go under the ball, the last thing that I'd like you to try to change is the speed. So if you go under where it says move, change that between 10 and 15. So I'll pick 10. And now it's actually going to go much quicker, which will be more fun for the user to play. You can also import different sounds. So if you have sounds off of your computer, you can go to do that. I actually saved a bunch of sounds for you in the S drive. If you look under the S drive in grade level, 7th grade technology, under 2010, I put a sound folder in there. So you can look through all these different ones. Just make sure that it's appropriate. Last year some kids did save different sounds. But if you wanted to have a sound effect like so, you would just import it and then change your sound to be that. So now when I hit it, oh, I'd actually have to win. But now if I hit it, it would work like that. When you're all said and done, please make sure that you save this to your computer, to your Z drive as Pong. So I'm going to save it right in your folder, and then I should be all set.